welcome to my channel. I am Andrea and this is Beyond the Pink Door. So I'm back today with another little catch-up vlog of what I've made since my last vlog, which was not far off 2 months ago. So I've quite a pile up here on my desk to get through. The first thing I'm going to show you is this dress. This is the Jiren Doe Givre dress. So in my last video I showed that I was going to make some of these for Keris because she really likes them, and they're such a quick make. So they're basically a t-shirt lengthened into a dress, so really fast to make. There is you can see the version there with the sleeves. There's a join at the top there, but I don't do that obviously. What I've done is I've cut out the pattern pieces and I've just taped them together so that they're all one piece. And this is one I made from a digital print cotton jersey. It's actually so comfy. I made the size 40 and I feel it fits really nicely. It doesn't feel very clingy or anything. There's still a little bit of room in it. I put a deep hem on the bottom of it because I sometimes find with these kind of dresses that they tend to roll up, and the deep hem definitely helps with that. So it's got a lovely digital print of all butterflies and everything on it, and I think it looks really nice. I like the fact that there's a bit of room in the sleeve. Keris found hers too roomy, but I quite like that because they just sit, and I feel they don't keep getting stuck to my arm. So yeah, I really like this. I am thinking about making more of these, and I'll show you the fabrics that I have in mind. So that's my first dress. The second dress I'm going to show you is the one here on the mannequin. So I will put in some pictures here to show you how it looks on me. It's a really lovely Lady McElroy fabric that I got into my shop, and I just had to make something from it the minute it came in. So it's quite a deep border print, so it took me a while to lay out the pattern pieces to decide like where to put the border. This is the pattern I use, so it's Simplicity 8014. So I've made it a few times, so I knew it was going to fit, which was great. I had thought about another shirt dress pattern that I have in my stash that I haven't used yet, but I thought, well, I have this one cut and graded to the size that fits me. I did a vlog on this pattern. I'll link it up here because I really enjoyed making it, and it just fits so nicely. It's got a fabric belt on it, which I don't particularly like, just wouldn't be my style. So I've added just an old leather belt from my wardrobe, and I think it looks really nice. It's very comfy to wear, and I'm really pleased with it. I think it's going to be a lovely dress that I can wear, say, into autumn or that as well. And the next dress is the Friday Pattern Company Davenport dress. So this was one of my plans. I had it all cut out in my last vlog, and I have it all made now, obviously. Don't know if you can see it all there, but it is an absolutely beautiful dress. It was a beautiful make. I really enjoyed making it. It's got lots of features. It's got an elastic here at the neck, so there's no need for a zip or anything to get into it. It just goes over the head, which is great. I was slightly worried about the little ruffles, that they would be just too wingy, but it works really nicely in this viscose. I've washed this dress and ironed it, and I tend to kind of iron down the ruffles a little bit because I don't want them standing out. I shortened the sleeves a little bit, and I made one error. I used the length of elastic suggested in the pattern for the sleeves if they were at my wrist, which is really nice, but when I put them up here, it's actually quite tight. And it's on my list of to-dos to actually put in new elastic because it's just far too tight to wear. I have worn it and I've forgotten that they're too tight, and then I end up with a big red ring around my arm, but I much prefer them there at that length. So it's absolutely gorgeous. If you are planning to make it, be very careful when you're doing your cutting out that you've cut everything out correctly. I made one error where I only cut out one piece for the top yolks here, where they are double. It's a lovely, lovely construction. It's definitely one that you have to take your time at. I made it over quite a few evenings and just thoroughly enjoyed it because there's so many pattern pieces in it. There's so many parts to it. It's got a drawstring here, which actually makes it really comfortable. It's in the right place for me on my waist at just 5 foot tall, so just bear that in mind as well. It's got massive pockets. Again, if and when I make this again, I will stabilise this seam here because mine have stretched, so they don't look terribly nice now that they've actually stretched out, but I will stabilise them somehow or another. And yeah, it's definitely a dress I will make again for into the autumn. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and yeah, definitely make more of these. So I'll pop on my next make. Now, next dress up is the Ninalee spring dress. So this is the free pattern that came with Simply Sewing a couple of months ago. I wore my first version in my last vlog and I had plans to make this one, and I'm dead pleased with how this one turned out. It's just so pretty. I have made the size 12 in it. I have narrowed the shoulder. I think I could make a smaller size. There's quite a bit of room there at the back, but I'm just finding that I need my clothes just a little bit looser at the moment for getting dressed because I'm still suffering with my shoulder injury. So if anything is too fitted, it's just too difficult to get on. So I think, yeah, I could easily make the size 10 and I'd still have lots of room in it. In my ruffles, I've just used one piece because I just don't see the point in a double ruffle, unless of course your fabric is a different colour underneath, then yeah, possibly. Again, I French seamed the whole dress and again really enjoyed that process, absolutely love it. In this one I initially made the body of it a little bit longer because I just felt with my last one it just felt a little bit high, but after wearing it I actually took it back up again. It just didn't look right at all. So that was interesting. I actually added to the width of the bottom ruffle, so I added about maybe 5 inches possibly. I laid the ruffle from the fold and whatever was left on the fabric I just extended it out just to give it an extra little bit of gather. I found on my last one that there was very little gather. You can't really notice that because it's a very patterned fabric, but I do enjoy the extra little swishiness on the bottom of this one. And do you know what, the fabric was there ready to be cut, either that or it was going to be waste, so I think that actually worked out really nicely. So this is a lovely swishy dress. I've added waist ties, and what I've done is I've sewn them here at the front, so maybe halfway across the bodice piece, and what I do is I tie them around to the front, and I think that just gives the waist a little bit more shape because that's it without it. So that's that one. Now this is the last dress I made. So this is a very simple little dress. I was in Penneys or Primark and I saw a dress on a sale rail and I bought it simply because it was only €3 and I thought that's a really handy little dress. I'll buy that and I will take the measurements and I'll make some for myself. So here is the dress. It turned out that it was a little bit too big, so I just rejigged some measurements and made this one. So it's basically 2 rectangles. So you end up with these like little wingy extensions. There is shearing elastic around here On the original Pennies one it was up a bit higher, but I didn't like it because it wasn't either under the bust or on the waist, it was somewhere in between. I just couldn't feel comfortable in it, so I moved it down onto the waist. I have a V neckline on it, which turned out to be too low, so I did a little seam down here, and it's so patterned that you don't really see it. And when I make the next one, I'll make adjustments for all of that. So this is kind of a toile, I suppose. Now this was one of the tops that I had in my last plans. So this is a Jennifer Lauren top. It is, I can't think of the name, I'll put it onto the screen. I made it in this lovely little ice cream print, and I put a black binding on it. I put a lot of colours up to it, and there was loads of colours in this fabric, but I just felt that the black was going to show it off the nicest. So I love this detail. I like the height actually of the neckline as well, and I think it's a really fun top. It's quite close fitting, but I feel that the fit up here on the shoulders is actually quite right for me. I do feel it's quite a tight top though. I think I made the 10, and I think I could possibly size up to the 12. Maybe I'll make the next one with the 10 at the top and then grade to the 12 for the rest of it. I do feel it's just a little tad tight, but lovely detail. This came together really, really nicely. Just as long as you follow all the notches, everything will just line up properly. So that's a really nice top. I love this. This is my first Sagebrush top. I had seen so many lovely versions and I've been dying to make one for ages. Now, I don't have it tied up at the back. So this is a cotton gingham. Initially when I made this, I felt the sleeves were just far too big on me, probably because this is quite a stiff, well not stiff, but it's got a lot of body in it, so there's lots of body in this gingham. I loved the gingham version on the packet, and my gingham is a bigger gingham, but I think it really works. I've just left it out there over my denim skirt, and I think it looks really nice with all the tweaks I've made to it. I made it first. I tried it on and I just thought, whoa, they're big sleeves. So I took the sleeves out and just recut them, so I made them narrower. So I just took some of the width out of them, and I think they work really nicely. I've put in looser elastic because I know a lot of people had said that when you raise your arm, the elastic tends to stick up there, so you'll be constantly pulling them down. And I think that actually worked out really nicely on it. I did find that the front of it was very, very wide, so I made the medium. I love the fit here. I think this is absolutely perfect. I didn't have to do a narrow shoulder adjustment or anything. So because this was a gingham, I decided to just unpick here where the little gathers were, and I basically took out 2 squares of gingham and joined it up again. And I think from the distance you can't see it. I think you can barely see it there either. So because it's a big gingham, it was actually really easy to join up. So I think it's a really cute top. I'd love to wear this now with, say, shorts, or I think it's actually really nice with this skirt as well. So yeah, I was really, really pleased, really pleased with that. And I was so pleased with it, I had to hop on and make another one straight away. So we're going to put that one on now. And here's my second Sagebrush top. So this is from a cotton poplin. The minute I saw this fabric, I thought, Sagebrush top. It has to be. So I don't know if I mentioned, I made a size medium. It's actually quite a long pattern, so I think I took about 5 inches off it. So I made this one without 2 inches of gathering here at the front. So I just laid my pattern piece over the fold, disregarding, say, 1 inch on the fold, and I think the width of this is much, much better. So I did my width adjustment here on the sleeve, and I also shortened up the height of the sleeve. So I basically folded across the sleeve at the head, and I folded down the middle, and I recut the sleeve. and I think that actually works really nicely on this. I think if I were to make another one, I would make it in viscose fabric, and I would just go the full sleeve, because then I think it would just drape really nicely, whereas there's body in the cottons, and I just feel, for me, I think they look absolutely fabulous on people, but just on me it was just too much. So yeah, I absolutely love this one, and this one is lovely again with the denim. It's really nice tucked in as well. It's lovely over jeans. It would be lovely with shorts. It's just the cutest pattern, and I'm just so pleased that I eventually got around to making one. So they're my two Sagebrush tops. I have one more top to try on and show you. So now here is my little white top that I made. So we were shopping recently and I spotted a top in one of the high street shops. I can't even remember where it was, but it was basically a white t-shirt with broderie anglaise sleeves, and I thought, oh, I've got some waist broderie anglaise sleeves after making Keris's dress, so what better way to use them? So I've used my favourite t-shirt pattern, which is the Maven Pattern Somerset top, because I love the neckline of it, and I have used my Sagebrush top sleeves that I made in the last one I showed you, so they're narrower and they're not as high, and I think they sit really nicely. I think it's such a nice top. I love wearing it. Again, I've got my denim skirt on. This is the Camden skirt, the Ninalee Camden skirt that I made last year, and I've just worn it so much this year. I made this one unlined because I wear it during the summer and lining is just too thick. And yeah, it's really lovely. And the last thing I've made, and I'm not going to try these on, is I made a pair of shorts. So yeah, we're talking still such heat last week, and I just looked for a free shorts pattern and I came up with this one. And this is the Wardrobe by Me, the Easy Shorts. It's a free pattern, and honestly they're just so fast to make because they have one pattern piece for the legs, so there's no side seam in them, so you're literally cutting out two leg pieces and a waistband piece, and then you get another pattern piece which is a guide for the elastic. I read the instructions and it said to go by your hip measurement for your size. So my hips are about 39 at the moment, so I made a size large, and then what I did was the waist measurement was actually much too big for me on the large, so I cut the elastic for the medium and that worked beautifully. Now it looks for 1.5 inch elastic in the pattern, but I only had 2 inches, so I made my waistband with the elastic enclosed in it, and it's actually really comfy. So the elastic is pretty much the width of my waist, which in the hot weather was really nice. So these were very comfy to wear. I made them about 2 inches longer because I don't like short shorts, and I made some for Keris as well, and she actually asked for them to be made a little bit longer as well, so just bear that in mind if you're going to use that pattern. So one other thing that I've made actually since I was talking to you all last was I made a Black Beauty bra. So here it is. And I'm actually really pleased with the way it turned out. I have figured that it's a cup size too small, so that's okay. This was a bit of a practice run. I have some more plans to make some more because I still haven't got the sizing right. I have the band size right now, I feel, but I do feel just a little bit squished. So my next one now I'm going to make just 1 cup up, and I'm nearly there. So the Black Beauty bra is an underwired bra, and it's an absolutely beautiful construction of a bra. The instructions are amazing, and I cannot wait to make some more. So I have some really lovely fabrics here to show you. So I bought these fabrics from my lovely friend Steph in Fabric Romance. So Steph has extended all her range of fabrics in her shop. I'll put the link below to lingerie and swimwear fabrics, which I think is absolutely brilliant because I can order them and I get them a day or two later. The last ones that I ordered, I was ordering them from quite a distance away. I think it was Estonia, and it was taking weeks to get here. Now they were fabulous and they were worth the wait, but I do really enjoy shopping local as well. So I bought this gorgeous lace and I think it's really, really pretty. It was really well priced, and it is a lovely eco lace as well. So everything that Steph does is eco-friendly and sustainable, and these are absolutely gorgeous. So I bought this as well. So this is a lovely, like a mulberry colour. I also bought a black because she has such a lovely range of fabrics. So black. And then I bought these two fabrics for underneath. So I bought this lovely bright pink. So it's a very stretchy lycra. I wasn't sure what it was going to be until it arrived. And then I bought this other, almost like a lilac colour. So my plan is, because the bra obviously needs a lace and a lining, my plan is to make this, so the lilac and the mulberry, that's the plan. I still have to get coordinating strap fabrics or strap elastics, so I've just noticed as well that Steph has recently got in some elastic as well for that, so that's really good. Because there's a lot of components in making bras between all the elastics and all the bits and bobs. Finding the fabrics is actually probably the smallest, the smallest part. So I had a thought that this would actually be really nice. So this is the pink under the black, and I think that'll be gorgeous. So again, I'll just get some black straps, and yeah, I should be ready to go. So I'm very excited about trying those as well. So that's my bra plans, and I feel I'm almost there now with the fit of the bra, so I'm very pleased about that. I don't have huge sewing plans as of yet, so I have nothing concrete that I want to make. I talked about the Merchant & Mills Eve trousers in my last vlog. They are cut out. I just haven't got anywhere close to making them. Because I've them cut out in a black linen viscose, and I didn't particularly want to wear black over the last couple of weeks because it was so nice. Myself and Keris were shopping as well recently. We picked up this lovely pattern. So this is New Look 6666 and it's a gorgeous little gingham dress. So I think Keris has plans to make that, and we've lots of lovely ginghams in the shop at the moment, so that's definitely on the cards. Hopefully we'll get to make that and we'll get some nice weather again. I'm in a little bit of a quandary about one of the fabrics that I have. So, and I'm sure you can all relate to this. I have this fabric in my stash. I've had it a few times in the shop and it sold out really fast, and I nabbed the last piece of it for myself. So I've about 1.5 meters of it. I can't get it again. It's gone out of stock and I really, really love it. And what my initial plans were was to make another Jiren Doe Givre dress. But my quandary is that I've enough to make the Givre dress, but I will have some left over, but the leftovers aren't enough to make anything at all. Or I could make a Jennifer Lauren gable top, and I could also maybe use, say, the top half of this to make a simple round neck t-shirt. So I'm really toying in between. Do I make a dress or do I make two tops? And I'm wondering which I'll wear more. I think I will wear the tops more, but I have a vision for the dress and I can't decide. I have literally laid that out so many times to cut out one or the other, and then I fold it up. I can't make my decision. So what do you think? I'm really torn. I also have this other fabric that I've had in my shop as well, and it's really, really popular. One bolt came in with some flaws on it, just some printing errors, so I took that off, washed it, kept it for myself. I've quite a lump of it here, but a lot of it is just unusable. So it's this lovely cotton jersey with seashells on it, or seashells written on it. I have made a gable top in this, which I adore wearing, so this is definitely destined for a Givre dress. There's no question about it. That's going to be made. So I'm looking forward to making that. So between the bra and definitely the Givre dress and whatever I decide to make out of this, that's about as far as my plans are at the moment, because I usually just let maybe if new fabrics come into the shop, I kind of let them dictate what I'm going to make next. So sometimes if I make a load of plans, I don't get through them at all. So I feel this is probably going to be a long enough video between all my try-ons and my pictures. So it was great talking to you all, and I'll end it there and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye for now.